a lot of people say, hey, I just recently started trading, and I'm trading Nadex binaries, Nadex spreads, or stocks, future, whatever it is I'm trading, and I feel like I really do have a good strategy or a good system, but things just aren't kind of working for me. And what we want to do is just kind of take a step back here and talk about some quick start steps, some long-term goals, talk about a few things as far as what are some of the common mistakes that people make when they first get into the world of trading. What are some of the reasons that some traders fail? And it's kind of more of a do's and don'ts, what you want to do and what you don't want to do. So that's kind of what we're talking about tonight. So going to be a little bit different of a webinar, but it's something that's very, very important. And it's always good to every so often kind of take a step back, review some of the basics, and make sure that you're following a good path and realizing that trading is not all about what can you make in the next trade, what can you make in the next hour, what can you make tonight, but looking to the longer term. So we're going to hop right in here and try to get going and not keep you guys too long tonight. So let's get our disclosures knocked out. Trading futures, options, or any financial instrument involves risk, may not be suitable for every investor. The information presented here in this webinar is for educational and informational purposes only, and is not an offer or solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any particular financial instrument offered by Nadex. Past performance not indicative of future results. So if you're brand new to Nadex, hop on over to nadex.com. You can get some great information here. Basically, Nadex offers two different products. They offer binaries and they offer spreads. You can get some information about both of those right here. You can hop over here to the trading platform section and go down to the demo trading platform. And Nadex will let you open up for free a $25,000 demo account. And take you just a few minutes to open it up and create a username, and they'll email you a temporary password. You can log right into the demo platform, get familiar with the platform, the different products that they offer, what markets they offer on binaries and spreads, entering and exiting orders. And we're going to talk a lot tonight about taking advantage of a demo account. Making sure that you spend enough time testing out any new strategies or systems in your demo account with demo money, as opposed to just hopping right in with your live money. And how important it is to take advantage of that free tool, make sure you master it, make sure you see yourself profitable over time, each and every week, month, and so on in demo before you jump into live trading with your live money. So hop on over to nadex.com and take advantage of that, get some free information there, and get your free demo account. So now my name is John Skelton. I'm not with Nadex. I'm with a company called Apex Investing. Now Apex and Nadex are totally two different separate companies. Nadex is the exchange. Apex, we're an online company of traders helping traders. We've got over 20,000 members. We're an education-based company, and we focus a lot. We have strategies, systems. We focus a lot on risk management and probability. We're traders just like you. We trade Nadex binaries and spreads each and every day ourselves, and each and every day in our live trade rooms. And like I said, we do run these. We're a Nadex education partner. We run these webinars for them each and every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'll tell you a little more about us later, but that's who we are. And like I said, my name is John Skelton. I've been the head of operations over at Apex for the past 3 years now. I come from have a long background in initially banking and finance. I was a licensed stockbroker with Smith Barney for a while, an educator, and like I said, trader just like you. Trade Nadex binaries and spreads on a daily basis. So what we're here for is, like I said, to educate you on various ways to trade the capture risk products with the Nadex binaries and spreads. And like I said, tonight what we want to talk about, some quick start steps and some long-term goals. We want to start with, why do most traders fail? Talk a little bit about choosing the right systems, the right platform, the right strategies for you, what fits your personal your personal trading style, your account balance, your risk tolerance, your schedule. And we want to talk a lot about the importance of education, okay? And you'll realize as we go through some of these things, picking these right things and making sure you educate yourself properly and set yourself up properly for success, and how you follow follow the rules of your strategy or system, and how you learn to trade, not just to press buttons, really does in the end make the difference of, are you a trader? Are you trading or are you gambling? You'll hear a lot of people say, oh, you do day trading. Oh, trading, like, that's just like gambling, isn't it? And you're like, oh no, it's not gambling. Well, is it? Are you gambling or are you trading? And we're going to talk a little bit about that, because if you're not following your strategy and system and not setting yourself up properly and having good risk management and, staying focused and on track, being responsible with your money and doing it right, then you kind of are just gambling. Okay? We want to talk about investing time into yourself and into your future, not just throwing money away on wasted live trades when you're not ready to do that. All right, so that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's start off with the first section. All right, why do most traders fail? Well, over the years, it's been my experience. Like I said, I have a long line of about 15 years combined between, the finance industry, the lending industry, banking, and trading. And I've been, with Apex for 3 years now, with over 20,000 members, working with tons of new traders all the time, education, training courses, helping people from day one, brand new, all the way to traders that have been trading for years and years and trying things new. And impatience is probably the number one key that I've seen, is just impatience. You want to jump in. You've been working your job, you've worked your job forever, you've heard about this trading thing, you saw something online, you watched some YouTube video, and it was this get rich quick, just go in and press some true false buttons and yes or no and win, and hey, I can learn that. Let me go watch a video or two. Let me throw in a couple $100 and or a couple $1,000, and let me just start trading. I can get this. I can do this. Well, I'm not saying that trading is super crazy complicated and you need, 10 years of practice before you can start trading. That's not what I'm saying. But you also don't just need a 10-minute video and then jump in and start trading. And a lot of times I've seen people just get ahead of themselves. They want to jump right in and go, and they want to jump right in with live money. Okay? And they have a huge, huge lack of education. All right? That also is part of that lack of patience, because, hey, I don't want to take the time to learn. I know that there's all this free education out there, and I know there's these step-by-step training courses, and I know that I can learn how the markets work, and that I should look at some different strategies and systems and see which one works best for me, and I should do some back testing, and while I'm learning a system, I should do it in my demo account. But I don't want to do that, because I hopped in last night and I just randomly looked at some random chart somewhere and I thought, oh, I'm going to buy this binary. I really didn't have any reason why I thought I should buy it. I wasn't doing any fundamental or technical analysis. I threw these indicators on the chart. I don't even really know what those indicators do or what they mean, but it just looked like, hey, I think I'm going to go with my gut and I want to buy. Hey, I bought this binary for $50. And it expired, and the money I made $50. So why would I want to demo trade money when I could be making real money like I did last night? Well, last night when you did that, were you trading or were you kind of gambling? Was it just a 50-50 because you didn't really even know what you were doing? And you want to go in and kind of reward yourself for bad behavior. Something happened to work out for you once, and you think it's always going to happen that way. Okay, and we're going to talk a lot about the importance of education and taking the time to invest time into yourself, time into your education, and therefore time into your trading career, as opposed to just throwing away some money. John brings up a good point. John says, hey, you want to play golf? Then learn how to use the clubs. You don't want to just look at the clubs and say, oh, I like that club. That's pretty. That was nice and shiny. Let me just take that one, and I'm going to use this one for all 18 holes. Everything, right? There's a tool for each job and a job for each tool, and you've got to learn them and master each one. and learn to know when to use which club for which hole and for which style and for which length and for which conditions and course conditions, weather conditions. And you don't always learn that in a 10-minute video, do you? It takes some time to practice. And so that leads right into the next point there. Trading live too soon instead of demo. We've got about 70 people on this webinar right now. I don't know how many of you have been trading for a while, but just a quick show of hands. You can type it in the question and answer thing there. How many of you have ever blown a trading account? How many of you have opened a trading account? You might have put a little bit of money in there, a few $100 in there, a few $1,000 in there, and boom, you blew it. I'm raising my hand. I've blown more than one in my time. $36,000. Wow. 3 at least. Yes, 3. Me. Yes, we've all done it, right? We've all opened an account and we've blown it. Now, out of all of you that said, yes, I blew an account, yes, Forex account, yep, hands up, yes. So out of all of you that have actually blown a trading account, how many of you can say that you took more than, I don't know, as far as how much time did you take demo trading and mastering? How many of you that just said you blew your account can say, hey, I demo traded first, I mastered my strategy system in demo, I was consistently profitable paper trading and demo trading for at least a month or two before I ever went live, but I still blew my account? How many can say that? You demo traded for at least a month or two, mastered it in demo, saw yourself consistently profitable in demo, knew you had it forwards and backwards, did not question your entry because you knew you had it down, then you went live and lost it. Okay, every single one is saying, nope, I did not. Nope, I did not. And one part, Michael says, I was doing good on demo, but lost 400 and I had demo for 2 weeks. Okay, there we go. So not one of you has so far said, a bunch of you said, yep, I blew 3 accounts. But not one can say, I was in demo at least a month, I mastered my strategy or system, I went through news cycles and non-news cycles, I was consistently growing my demo account, being profitable, had my entries down, my exits down, forward and backwards before I went live. And guys, I'm not getting on to you because I did the same exact thing. I've blown more than one account myself. And why? Why didn't you? For all you that said, yeah, I blew an account, no, I really didn't demo long, well, maybe 2 weeks. Why did you not keep doing it? I'm pretty sure it's due to this one right here, impatience, lack of education, because you jumped right in. Or, third one, poor risk management. Well, you know, I went in and I risked too much. I went in and I won a trade. Boom, man, I just won. Now I went in and I'm going to double my contracts. Man, I won again. And I got sloppy. And I started risking too much and boom, then I lost one. And oh man, now I'm freaking out. Why? Well, because I want to win that money back. And so I'm going to keep betting and I'm going to keep trading, and I'm probably not going to make the smartest trading decision because I really needed that money. Yep, Michael said it again, because I needed that money. I can't afford to lose this, and I have to win it back. So I have to keep trading. I have to trade again. I have to trade more. How many of you ever been to Vegas, been at the table, and you're down, and you keep gambling more and more and more to get back up and get back the money you just lost? Doesn't that sound like the same thing there? Doesn't that start to sound like your trading is kind of like gambling? As opposed to, I'm trading, this is my career, this is a business, I have a plan, I have a set system. If I'm up 5% or whatever your system is, if I'm up 5% for the day, I stop. If I'm down 5% for the day, I'm done. I don't keep trading and trading and try to get something back. I have a system that I follow. You know, or, and we're going to talk about this a little bit before, Michael said, well, I didn't wait. Yeah, exactly. John, hey, if you're going to do that, if you're going to do that same thing, just go to Vegas and do it. If you're just going to sit there and blow money and not follow a system and you're just really gambling, don't do it in front of your computer looking at a chart. Go to Vegas and do it. It's a lot more fun. And the drinks are free while you're doing it, right? If you're going to gamble, go have fun doing it. Don't freak out with your heart racing in front of a computer doing it. I mean, I'm not trying to be whimsical here or joking, but I'm kind of being serious. Like, if you're not going to have a plan, you're not going to have patience, you're not going to educate yourself, you're not going to have good risk management, you're just gambling. So go gamble in Vegas and have some fun with it. Okay? And so I think I've kind of nailed that point home to you. And all of us on here can say we've blown accounts, we got in too quick for whatever reason. And see here, Oscar he said, yep, I trusted robots, auto traders. Now I'm trading with a plan. Exactly. And inconsistency, not following your system. I can't tell you, this is one of the biggest things you have to get. I've heard so many people say, man, I have a great system. I have a system that wins 85% of the time. Sweet. Sounds like a good system, right? Or you see something online, 80% winning system, and you see a video, 80% winning system. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, does that mean, okay, if I looked at this system and I back tested it on my chart over a month, 80% of the time it won. Well, great. And that's nice that you can look back on a chart and see that for yourself, right? You want to back test a system. But what does that mean? Well, this system wins 80% of the time if you take all of the entries. And if all the entries you take, you follow the rules of the system. But I can't tell you how many times I hear people say, I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I have this great system. When I back test it over the last month, it wins 80% of the time. But this week I've been trading it and I'm losing money. How is that possible? Well, for one, you have to realize when you back test, you're looking at every single entry, okay? But maybe you're a part-time trader and you can only trade at night. So does your 80% system happen to win 80% during the day and the losing 20 is at night and you're trading the wrong time? Are you really following the system? A lot of people think, oh, I know my system. I follow my system. Well, why didn't you take that trade right there? Well, I hesitated on that one. You know, I just didn't know if I felt good about it. I mean, everything lined up and I was supposed to, but I just didn't press the button. I didn't feel comfortable about it. And look, it was a winning trade. So the next one, well, you know, my system says if these 5 indicators line up a certain way, take the trade. And I felt so bad for losing a trade before, and I felt so bad emotionally about missing a winning trade that I wanted to get in a little earlier on this one to try to make a little more. So I know I'm supposed to wait for 5 indicators to line up, but I only waited till 4 because my gut told me that 5th one would, so I got in early. And oh, I lost that one. Why is my 80% system not working? Well, maybe because you're not working it. Are you really taking every trade? Are you following the rules? When the rules line up, boom, you're pressing the button and you're going. Okay? And the next one right there, not taking every trade. You're picking and choosing. And guess what? Guess what happens when you start picking and choosing trades instead of taking every one? What does Murphy's Law tell you is going to happen? You're going to pick the winners or the losers. You're going to pick the losers, right? When you don't take all of them. Or you're monitoring too many charts at one time. Man, I've got to be trading. I've got to be busy. I've got to make money. I've got bills to pay. I got to make money. So I'm watching 10 different charts and man, there's no trades, no trade. Oh, look, here's one trade over here. Let me grab that one. And when I come back to my other charts, oh, I just missed all these trades over here. But oh wait, now here's another one. Let me grab that one. Again, what do you think the law of averages is going to do to you when you're picking and choosing random trades between random charts? Because you're watching too many, you're probably going to be missing the winners and picking the losers, right? So yes, you want to monitor more than one. You want to have a couple of options there. You want to have multiple plays in your playbook, but you don't want to be watching so many, okay, that you lose out, okay? Abdul says, it happened to me today on pound yen. The rules lined up, but I didn't take the trade, and I missed 136 pips. Then I waited on the retrace, and I at least got back in and got 60 of them. 60 tick. Well, very nice, Abdul, very nice. At least you got a little something out of it, but yep, you second guess yourself and you miss out, right? You got to follow the rules. Another thing is no social interaction. You know, when a lot of people think about trading, or, you know, they think about working for themselves or starting their own business or working from home, and, you know, eventually they want to quit their job and they don't want to have to go deal with all these people at their work and customers. And, you know, you think about, hey, I don't have to deal with a boss, and I don't have to deal with coworkers and customers. I just work by myself on the computer. That's great. And it's one thing to work for yourself. It's another thing to work by yourself. And especially in the world of trading, when you have no social interaction, you don't have a community, you know, of other people to bounce things off of, and to be in forums and be, you know, in a community of other traders that are doing the same thing you are doing, and they're experiencing some of the same frustrations you're experiencing, and having people to help keep you on track and remind you of the basics, and remind you of, you know, staying strong, staying steady, keeping good risk management, learning new things. You're just kind of shutting yourself off there. And I've seen so many people do that, and it can be a huge, huge detriment as to another reason why most traders fail, okay? Jumping between systems. Hey, I started this one system because somebody told me it works so great, and I traded it for a day or two, and I didn't have great success. So now I'm going to jump over to this other one, and now I'm going to jump here, and you become a jack of all trades, you know, but an ace of none. You're jumping back and forth between 10 different strategies and systems. You don't really understand or master either any of them. You're getting rules mixed up. You're all over the place. You're inconsistent. Or you're not using good charts. You're finding some random online chart as opposed to getting live data with accurate live information to make good decisions. Okay, I'll show you here in a little while where you can go and get some, I mean, Nadex has some charts you can use. I'll show you where you can get some NinjaTrader charts, which is what we use. You can get the NinjaTrader platform for free. You can get actual real live Forex data and real live futures data for free, okay, and use good charts. And we talked a little about this gut feeling instead of following a system, okay? Oh, I think the market's going to do this, or I think the market's going to do that, and I just went with my gut. That will get you in trouble, okay? And when you have a strategy or system, that's like we talked about a minute ago. Oh, back testing my strategy or system, it works 80% of the time with this amount of risk, this amount of return, which would equal this profit. It's just math. It's probability. It's percentages. It's math, right? That's what trading is. Trading is about risk versus reward, profitability versus probability, and the end number, right? And being consistent. That's it. So when you're not following what the chart is telling you to do, and you're not following the rules of your strategy or system, you're going with your gut, you're messing up that math. You're messing up, you know, the mathematical statistics that you've seen over the last month for that strategy or system, and it's just not going to work for you. And you have to be consistent. So, thinking you know it all and not improving. Man, I've been trading for years. I've been in banking for years. I've owned my own company. I have a college degree. I don't need to learn anything more. I don't need to watch training courses and practice and demo. I'm a smart person. I can do this. Okay. Yeah, try that and see how that works out for you, because it's not going to work out too well. Thinking that you know it all and you don't need to learn anything new, or you don't need to change with the times or understand the current market conditions and not improving, it will just be a way to slowly watch your account go down, 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 and watch your trading career go bye, bye, bye. Here is a big one. This is one of the big ones. One of the biggest ones is the Holy Grail. Everybody wants that Holy Grail. It's part of the reason people go from this strategy to this one, and then they're trying the newest thing, and then, oh, I saw something new on TV, and I saw this new video on YouTube. I'm going to go try that person's system. And you jump all over the place from one thing to the other, finding that you're getting nowhere because you're looking for the Holy Grail. You're looking for that one trading system, that one strategy, that one special chart and indicator that wins 100% of the time and never loses. And guys, there is absolutely no such thing. There's no such thing. And anyone that tells you there is lying to you. Anyone that tells you they never lose a trade is lying to you. Any software that claims never lose, it's just not the case. Okay? That's not how the market works. Okay, that's not how trading works. That's not how life works. Sorry. Right? And that's why you'll see some new strategy or system, and you'll trade it for a day or two, and, oh man, I had some losses. I don't like this one. Let me go to another one. Oh, I had a loss. I don't like this one. And you're the same. That's the same kind of people that, okay, I'm looking at a chart for today, and there was 4 trades today with this system, and one of the trades lost. 3 of them were winners, but 1 lost. So instead of me realizing, okay, I won 3 out of 4, I had a good risk to reward ratio, 1 to 1 or better, so I'm profitable. And I'm going to master this system and learn this system and trade this every day. No, you're spending the next 3 weeks looking at that chart, trying to figure out how you could have avoided that 1 loss. And you're twisting your head left and right and upside down, standing on your head to look at this chart to see if there's some magical thing that stands out from you. You're putting 15 other indicators on the chart saying, well, if I only take them when this happens and that happens. You're spending all your time doing that, as opposed to finding a good system with a good risk-reward ratio and a good rate and just following out your numbers. And realizing losers, having losses is part of trading. You just have to manage those losses and have good risk-reward. And also, you got to learn to read the market conditions, meaning understanding the ABCs, not just the 1, 2, 3s. What do I mean by that? Okay, well, I have a strategy or system that has these 5 indicators on the chart. And I understand that I only enter when these 5 line up a certain way. Okay, yes, you want to learn and know what the rules are. You want to learn and know what the entries are. Absolutely. But you also want to know why. I'm not saying you need to know the programming and the code behind each one of these indicators, but you need to understand whatever your strategy or system is. Okay, hey, I know this indicator turns this way for this reason. And I know this turns this way because it's showing the immediate trend of the market. And this one's showing the long-term trend of the market. And maybe this indicator is showing the most recent high of the last X bar. Whatever it is. Like, okay, why am I entering here? Not just I enter when these 4 things happen, but why am I entering here? Or, hey, it says to enter here, but, you know, the market's moved 2 deviations today. Do I really think it's going to keep going up? Or, hey, my strategy or system says enter now, but I'm also reading the markets, and I'm also knowing, and I'm knowing what's going on in the world of trading. I also know there's a big news event about to come out in 20 minutes. So do I want to take that trade right now? So it's kind of a double-edged sword, because I just talked to you about taking every trade no matter what and being consistent. But the next deeper step to that is, and the deeper understanding of trading that is also learning to read market conditions of, yes, I want to be consistent, And I'm not going to just go with gut. I'm going to go with reality of, okay, I'm actually not going to take this trade because of a news event coming out, or because the market has moved a certain level, or whatever it may be. Okay? So it's not just knowing when to press the button, but also and the ABCs, but the 1, 2, 3s and the why of your system as well. Actually learning how to trade. Okay? Something we talked about earlier, knowing when to stop for the day. This is huge. This is very huge. And this is just like we said, just like being at that table in Vegas where I'm not going to stop, I'm going to keep going. I've got to get it back. I've got to win the money back. Or, hey, I'm up, I'm winning more, I'm winning more, I'm winning more, I'm winning more, and I lost it all. Right? Being greedy and not knowing when to stop. But knowing when to stop is not just about on the days you're losing, but also on the days that you're winning. Something we teach a lot over at Apex is the 5% rule. Okay? Whatever the balance in our account is at the starting day of that month, we look for 5%. Okay? If I've got $10,000 in my account or $1,000 in my account, it doesn't matter. I'm looking to trade and make 5% that day. And when I'm up 5%, I stop. If I'm down 5%, I stop. And that's it. It's the 5% rule. Okay? And I'm not going to keep chasing and chasing and chasing. And I'm not going to put myself in a huge loss. Let's say I only have $1,000 in my account. And some of you, I know, some of you are already thinking, 5%? Really? That's not that much. Okay, well, what if I've got $1,000 in my account? That's my trading account, $1,000. What's 5%? $50. You're like, well, that's not that much. You're going to trade and only make $50 today? Well, okay. But let's say that I lose $50. So I got $1,000 in my account. Tonight after this webinar, I'm going to sit down and trade, and I lose and I'm down $50 as an example. All right, well, you know, it's not what I wanted, but I can come back tomorrow, and I'm waking up tomorrow. I've still got $950 in my account. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have lost 50 last night. But am I totally messed up in the head? Am I emotionally freaking out? Is my mentality going crazy? Is my heart beating like crazy? What if I have $1,000 in my account, and after the webinar tonight, I trade and boom, I buy a binary for $70 and it loses, boom. And I do another one and it loses. Next thing you know, I've lost $500 tonight. I started with 1,000 and I lost 500. Half of my account is gone. What do you think my mental, psychological state is right then? How well do you think I'm sleeping tonight? What do you think my heartbeat is doing on the next trade that I take tonight, or the first one that I take tomorrow? When I wake up tomorrow, where's my head? Well, yesterday I had $1,000. Today I only have 500. So if I do the same thing I did today as I did last night, I'm out. My account is gone. Like, this is the last day I have to trade. My account's gone. You think I'm in a good mental state to trade? You think I'm going to be making some good decisions today and following my rules consistently? Probably not, right? So for those of you that are balking at 5%, really, John, you got $1,000 and you're just going to trade and make $50 today? Think about it. How many days are in a week? 5 days. How many weeks in a month? Approximately 4. So let's just say, for numbers' sake, 20 trading days. So if I could make 5% a day for 20 trading days a month, what's 20 times 5? 20 times 5 is 100. So it's 100% in a month. So if I've got $1,000 and I hold true to my 5%, at the end of the month, I could have potentially doubled my account, only making 50 bucks a day. So now I've got $2,000 in my account. Now what's 5%? Now that's 100 bucks a day. It doesn't mean I'm trading longer or I'm taking more trades a day. I mean, maybe I'm just taking the same amount of trades I did before, but instead of one contract, I'm doing 2 contracts now. So now when I've got 2 grand in my account, 5% is what? 100 bucks a day times 20 days. I made 2 grand. Guess what? Now I've got 4 grand in my account in that second month. Now what's 5% of that? It's about compounding, guys. Okay? Yeah, John says, I'll take that. So many people get caught up in bad behavior and greed and these crazy videos online about, I just made $1,700 in 5 seconds with this binary system. Calm down. Okay? Calm down. Let's be real about our risk management here. And is it really that bad to focus on 5% a day? And you've got $1,000, and in the month you've got 2,000, and then in the next month you've got 4,000, and then you've got 8,000. And then when you're at 8,000, what's 5% of that a day? 400 bucks a day? Okay, now you're making 2 grand a week. It doesn't take long. It doesn't take but a few months, you know what I mean, to just slowly build that. And that's the hard part is, like we said, that patience, because you want to go out there and you want to make $5,000 tomorrow, right? Tom says you can win the game by hitting singles all day long. Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, not only does it grow over time and compound, but it doesn't kill you mentally. I can't stress this enough. I got $1,000 in my account. I lose 50 bucks tonight. Tomorrow when I wake up and I've got 950 bucks still, I'm okay. I'm in a good mental spot to trade. If I got $1,000 and I go and lose 400 of it tonight, tomorrow morning I'm feeling like I've got to win because I'm down half my money already. I'm freaking out. It's not a good mental state to be in. You would not make good trading decisions. Okay? So don't get caught up in the whole, I don't want to only make 5% a day. I want to feel good and make like 30% and double my money. You know what? You go for that. You might have some great days where you're feeling really good, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to have some bad days where you are freaking out. And you don't want to do that. Okay? Let's see here. Phyllis. Hey, Phyllis, how are you? Phyllis says, John, you're absolutely correct. Last night I was up some money on a Forex trade using iZones, but I didn't take it and it went against me. In the end, I lost 250 bucks because I kept saying it'll come back even though the system said it would reverse. Right. Right. You stay in something. Yep. I hear you. Let's see here. Oscar, about stopping for the day. If all the conditions are good for trading, why not trade longer for the day? Well, Oscar, here's the thing. How do you know it's going to be? How do you know that one extra trade, right? Now, here's something I will do. Let's say that you're in a trade. Like I say, hey, stop when you're up 5%, right? Well, let's say you're in a couple trades and you're up 2%, then you're up 3%, then you're up 4%. And then you hit a trade and now you're up 7% for the day, okay? Like a lot of times you don't just end right at 5%. You might be up further than that, right? So if you're having a good day like you're talking about, Oscar, let's say you're up 7%. Well, you can keep trading, but don't risk more than that extra 2%. Does that make sense? Like lock your 5% in. If you're over it, keep trading, okay? But try to lock that 5% in and stay consistent with that, okay? Because a lot of people say that. I'm doing good. Boom, I won. I'm doing good. Boom, I won. I'm doing good. Boom. I'm up that 5%. I'm great. I think it's a great day for trading. Let me keep going. Boom, I'm down, and now I'm back down to 3%. Oh, man. Okay, well, maybe that was just a fluke. Let me trade again. Boom. And another loss. I get what you're saying of, hey, if it seems like a good condition, a good day to trade, keep trading. we don't know what the future's going to hold. We don't know if it's going to keep being. We just know what we are, or what we have. And we have to, as a business, as a plan, as a long-term plan, hey, when I get it, I'm going to keep it, not just give it back. And you can talk to anyone that's traded for a long, long time that can tell you most of the time when you're up and you think I'm going to keep going, you end up giving it back. Because a lot of times when you're up that much, that means it has been great conditions for trading. But at some point, it's going to turn around, right? So lock those in, but if you're over that 5%, keep trading, but don't risk more than that extra percentage. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just looking over a couple questions. If I hadn't got to your question yet, I'm not avoiding you guys. I'm just trying to keep us on track here, or I know that some of them I might be coming up to. Yeah, Bill, you can use MetaTrader. We use NinjaTrader because all of our Apex indicators are programmed for NinjaTrader. John says, we were talking about earlier, not watching too many different instruments. John says, good point. How many pairs should a beginner start with? You know, that's hard for me to say. That really depends on the trader and the experience they have, how big of a computer they have, how powerful of a computer they have to open 3 charts at a time. Do you have more than one screen? I mean, I'd like to tell someone to watch 3 charts, I'd say, you know, and mix it up a little bit. You know, I guess it also depends on, are you trading during the day or you trade at night? I mean, if you're a nighttime trader and you're trading Nadex products at night, you know, that's mainly going to just be the Forex pairs, you know, which, so if you're trading early evening, you want to watch some of the Aussie and the Yen pairs, you know, and it's one thing to have, you know, say 4 or 5 charts up at night watching some Forex pairs. You know, but if you're trading during the day and you're trading indices or commodities, something that's fast moving right at the US Open, you know, depending on what strategy or system you're using, it's kind of hard to watch more than 2 or 3 charts effectively, depending on what you're trading there. Okay. So yeah, 2 or 3 I'd say is pretty ideal. Yeah, Tom as well. You can do the Japan 225 as well. Let's see here. Yeah, Abdul, that's a good. Yep, that's a good point too. You can do that as well. Let's see here, Eugene. I noticed there are some questions and answers from you. No, it's not live chat, Eugene. It's in the questions box here. You can type in any questions there. We don't have the mics on just because we have almost 100 people on now, and everybody back and forth would just get a little crazy there, you know. Let's see here, Bill, when I'm trading, should I look at multiple time frame charts or just one? Bill, it all depends on your strategy or system. You know, each system's a little different. I know, you know, here at Apex, you know, we have some systems that we use like tick bars on, and that's really all it's required is those kind of tick bars, and we're looking for, you know, shorter, maybe like shorter term scalping type trades where, you know, we're just looking for the immediate direction of the market. What is it doing right now? Is it going this direction right now? You know, is it going up or down right now for me to get 5, 10, 12 ticks out of it? So therefore, I'm only worried about the immediate trend. I'm not really looking at daily or weekly or hourly or 4-hour charts, you know, but then we have people that do longer term like trend trading. They want to be in the trades a little longer. So they do reference multi-time frame charts, you know, to get an idea of where is the market at, not just right now, but where is it in comparison to, you know, the high of the day, the high of the week, the cycle of the week or month. It just really depends on your strategy. You know, is it shorter term or longer term? You know, so it's kind of a hard question to answer, Bill, but, you know, a lot of people do different things there. So, Michael, is taking a 70-30 trade good, or should I look for risk reward, buy low, sell high? Michael, that's a good question that we could go on for hours about. I actually have a video. I can let me direct you here. Let me finish up here and I'll show you where you can get some information about that. Basically, it's a probability versus profitability webinar that we did here on Nadex. I'll get the name up for you and you can go to the Nadex channel and find it. You know, are you talking about binaries, Michael? I'm guessing you're talking about binaries, not spreads, right? You know, for me, you know, let's say you're buying a binary and it costs you $70. You know, it costs you $70 because it's already in the money. The market's above the strike. So you have a higher probability on that trade. Now, you have a lower profitability because of the 70-30, but you have a higher probability, okay? So you've got to take those both into account, all right? What I personally like to do there in a quick nutshell, Michael, is I'd like to take a 70% probability trade, or let's say 75% probability trade, where I can buy a binary for 75. If it expires in the money, I make 25, okay? Let's say it starts to go against me and the market comes all the way down to my strike price. Any idea, Michael, what that binary be worth? This is we're kind of getting off a little bit of track here. I'll have to direct you there, but Michael, I'll real quick here, and then we got to move on. Forex binaries. Let's look at euro dollar. Let's look at the ones at 9 p.m. What is this strike price right here, Michael? 12.91. You see that? Where's the market at right now? 12.92. So the market's almost right at the same place where this strike price is, right? Notice you're like 49 and 58, not far from $50, right? Let's look at some tomorrow at 3 a.m. or 7 a.m. Let's see here. Actually, hold on. This one I want to show you the weeklies. 12.75. Okay. What is this next strike? 12.25, 13.25. What's the closest strike price to where the market currently is right now? This one. Where's it priced at approximately between the buy and sell? About $50. That's at the end of the week, right? What about this one? 12.91 is the market. What is the strike? 12.80 is pretty close. Not far from $50. For a binary, Michael, at expiration, it's either worth what? Either 0 or 100, right? So if the strike price is right at the market price, it's kind of 50-50, right? We don't know. Is it going to be above or be below? Where is it going to end up at? So if it's got to end up at 0 or 100, if it's kind of right in the middle, strike and market are kind of right there at each other, where do you think the binary is going to be priced at, approximately? Whether it's an hour, a day, or a week, just like I showed you, about $50, right? Does that make sense? So, as a quick example, let's say I was looking at this binary right here, and I'm going to buy it for $74. Let's just call it $75. Where's the market? It's at 12.90. Where's the strike? 12.87. So the market's already above this strike, right? It's already in the money. As long as the market stays above that, I win, right? And if I bought it for $75 and it wins, I make how much? Michael? $25. What happens if the market comes down from 12.90 down to 12.87? What price could I approximately get out of that binary for right then and there? $50, right? Because the market came down to the strike price, we know that's going to make the binary worth about $50. So I'm risking 25 to make 25 if I use that as a stop loss. That makes sense? But so I've got a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio there. I'm only risking 25, to make 25. But I'm not taking a cheap $25 one that has a real low probability. I'm still getting the higher probability of a binary that's already in the money. Make sense, Michael? Because right, I mean, do I really want to be risking a full 70 all day long to make 30? No. But why do I like buying that 71? Because it's a high probability. So if I can keep the probability in my favor, but keep the risk reward in line too, now we're talking. Okay? And that's one of those things that we've talked about earlier, about keeping good risk reward and knowing when to stop. So, Michael, quick question. What do you think the biggest single thing you have to be disciplined about with using that particular strategy I just said is? What's the only thing that makes that work? Remember what we said? It's numbers. It's math. I risk this much. I potentially make this much. I potentially lose this much. As long as the probabilities work in my favor, my math works out and I'm profitable. But what's the one thing you've got to be disciplined about to make that scenario work? Because what happens when the market comes down and hits that strike price and you think, I'm not going to get out yet. I know I'm supposed to, but I just think it's going to come back. And then what? Now it's worth 40, and now it's worth 20, and now it's worth 0. So now you just lost 70 with 75 with only the potential to make 25. And then you're like, my system doesn't work. Why do you think it might not have worked then? Because you just went for a 1 to 3 or 1 to 3 risk reward ratio, right? Or 3 to 1, whatever you call it, right? So it's those kind of things of being disciplined about, I'm following these rules. When it gets there, I'm getting out. I'm not going to stick it out longer just because I have a feeling. I'm going to follow the rules there. Okay? So, guys, like we talked about, importance of education. Don't just jump right in and start trading, start risking money. You know, make sure to educate yourself, invest time in yourself. Don't be afraid to ask questions. The longest path to a destination is a shortcut. All right? People spend years and thousands of dollars on college for a career. I mean, doctors and lawyers, you know, which make great money. Same type of money that can potentially be made in a trading career. But these doctors and lawyers spend years upon years in school, and they have six-figure student debts when they get out of it. Why do you think you can go watch a couple of YouTube videos and then be trading with live money tomorrow? You know, invest in yourself. Spend a few hours watching some training courses. Learn, demo trade, spend time in there. Okay, and make sure you have a strategy and system, not just taking things on gut, not just jumping in and trading too big after a winning streak, or, well, I've been losing, so I got to trade more to make it back. I've been winning, so I'm going to keep going because I'm a trading god now. No, have your system, know it's working, master it in demo, you know, make sure your system works during the time of day that you can trade, that matches your schedule. Do you have a trending or scalping system? How many hours are you available to trade? Does that system work during those hours? You know, making sure that you're setting yourself up and taking into account all of those things. All right? And take time to learn. Like I said, trading is not about what can I make in the next 12 minutes, next 12 hours, or even the 12 days. It's about where do I want to be in 12 months. If I go below my account in the next 12 hours or 12 days, I'm not going to be here in 12 months, right? We talked about that, about 5% a day or whatever, 7% a day, whatever is your particular system there. It's not about where can I get to in the next 12 hours or 12 days. It's where am I going to be in 12 months? Slow and steady learning, growing, building, and compounding. Trading is all about compounding. Trading's not, you know, I only take the good trades, so I only trade 2 or 3 times a day. But if I had more money, I'd trade like 50 times a day. Why? Why? If you have more money in your account, still only take those great 2 or 3 trades a day. Just do more contracts when you trade them. That's the beauty of trading. It's about compounding. And every month that account compounds and grows and doubles, then the next month you can trade twice as much. And just be patient. And trading with risk capital. Do not be trading with the kids' college money or the car payment or the rent, because then you're really not going to make good decisions, especially when you lose. You're going to be freaking out. You can do everything you possibly got to do to win that money back. Only trade with risk capital. Do not trade out of need. We were talking about that earlier, and someone said, because I needed it. And we talked about blowing accounts. Michael said, because I needed money. I didn't stay in demo trading. I needed some quick cash. I needed something. I needed money, and it didn't work out when you trade out of need, right? So socialize, like I said, be in a community, ask questions, bounce things off other traders, have a trade journal every day. How did it go today? What did I do right today? What did I do wrong today? What did I do today that I need to repeat and do again tomorrow? What did I do today that I definitely don't need to do tomorrow? Hey, today was a news trading day. There was a lot of news announcements today. My trading went good or it went bad. Next time that news announcement comes out, a month or two from now, do I want to trade this day or not trade this day? Let me look back at my journal. Keep track of things, all right? Also, guys, hop on over. Like I said, hop on over to Nadex.com, get some great information there about binaries and spreads. Open up your live demo account. Also, hop on over to our website. Hop on over to apexinvesting.com. You can get a free username and password that'll get you access to literally hundreds of hours of free education. You get step-by-step trading courses on binaries and spreads. Michael, you can check out that step-by-step binary course, and I walk through some of what I just showed you there about the in the money and out of the money and at the money binaries and what they're priced at and good risk-reward ratios. That's all free. Check that out and go through that. We've got strategies, systems, news calendars. We've got free binary and spread scanners, free deviation levels. We show you how to get free ninja trading charts, free data, future. It's all there. apexinvesting.com. Get a free membership. Check that out. If you have any questions, just let us know over there, and you can check it out. Yeah, Michael, just go to the education. When you log on, just go to the Elite Education, and then under binaries, just start at the top and work right through it. Very first video walks you through everything, shows you where you need to go, what to watch next. It'll all come together if you just start from the top and go down. It's all free. It's right there. Okay. So check that out here. Let's see here. Alex, yep, there's a big forum section here on the Apex site as well. Covers all kind of great information about what you're asking about as far as strategies, systems, risk management, trading mentality, trading psychology, schedules, budgets. I would check that out. There's a bunch of information right there. Okay. No, John, we show you different ways to make that work for you, so you don't have to do that. Okay. If you use the links in the step-by-step course there, you don't ever have to worry about it. I mean, you can open one if you want, but you don't have to. No. Okay. But yeah, and check it out. Like I said, we have some free binary scanners, you know, like show you with a binary scanner. Like right now, if you want to trade a binary on the platform, you know, like remember I had to go here to 6 to 8 p.m. and let's wait for them, and okay, 9 p.m. and what are the different ones that pop up? What are the prices? Now let's go to 7 a.m. What are the different, with the binary scanner that we've created, everything's all on one page. It's showing you like this expiration time, this one shows you everything right there, real easy to find. We also have that for the spreads as well. That's brand new. You can check that out. Or that's, I said that's free for you to use. And let's see here. Vita, you were saying, how do I find spread that's close to the floor? How do I find a spread that is close to the middle of the floor and ceiling? They don't seem to exist. You can almost always find them, Vita, and actually using the spread scanner, it makes that really, really easy. You can almost always find them, but it also depends on how the market, how much the market's moved. I mean, because the spreads come out like, you know, at different times. Like right here, I mean, if we go to, let's just say Forex spreads, you know, the spreads, let's just go, I don't know, let's say euro dollar. Spreads come out at different times. You've got your daily spreads, you know, that open up at 6 p.m. and they go all the way till the next day at 3 p.m. They have different floors and ceilings. Well, those floors and ceilings are set when those spreads open up. So if the market moves way up or way down, the floor and ceilings don't move, just the market moves. So it really depends on how far the market's moved. But then you've got spreads that are from 6 to 11, and then at 11 you'll have some that go to 11 to 7, but then every 2 hours you'll have new ones that open up. Like these ones right now that just open up at 8 p.m. You click that, you've got a spread that's right at the floor, one that's right at the ceiling, and one that's literally right in the middle. Okay, so you know, on those top of the hours when new ones come out, they're always there. All right, and they're normally pretty easy to find. I'm pretty close to the center throughout the day because there's so many options, but it all just depends on how far the markets have moved compared to that floor or ceiling that was set when it opened up. Okay. Let's see here. To loop, yeah, just hit us up over on the, just send us a ticket over on the Apex site. We can help you with that, okay? And while you're at it, hop on over to facebook.com/apexinvesting. Like us and follow us on Facebook. Once you've liked us, click the liked button and hit all posts right here. That way you get notified. But it's just a real simple place to, we post all kind of stuff on here you can get notified of. New webinars, webinar recordings, new strategies, systems, news events coming out you need to be aware of, upcoming events, trades from our trade room. Just a great place to kind of follow along there, okay, and get some good information. But like I said, hop on over to apexinvesting.com, check out all that free education there, get your free demo account on nadex.com and start practicing there. So just a few tips there, guys. Wanted to cover, you know, some long-term goals, common mistakes of new traders, why they fail, and like we said in the beginning, and you guys really, it was very helpful for you all to jump in and say, yeah, I've blown an account. Yep, I've done it too. Nope, I didn't take time in demo. We kind of answered our own questions and our own issues there in the first few minutes, and y'all answered them yourselves. And it was the same thing that I've been guilty of myself when I first started. I jumped in too soon. I didn't demo trade. I didn't have patience. I wasn't, you know, responsible and on top of my risk management. And it doesn't matter how great of a strategy or system you have or how much you actually understand the way that Nadex binaries and spreads work in and out, if you're not following a good long-term path of success, but starting that with being patient, taking time in demo, getting it down, and just slowly building and growing. Just a little bit each day adds up over time and gets you to where you want to be. So, all right, guys, I really appreciate you taking your time tonight. We're a little past 8 o'clock here, but thank you for joining us, and I look forward to having you with us next Monday night and each and every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And just let us know if you need anything. Let us know if there's anything we can do for you. Feel free to send us a ticket there over on the Apex Investing side, if there's anything we can help you with on that side. Otherwise, we will see you next Monday night. And thank you very much for your questions and your back and forth. Michael, I hope that helped. And Craig, thank you again as always. And Miss Phyllis, nice to talk to you. Y'all have a great evening. We'll see you next week. No problem, Michael. Hope that really helped you.